Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host.
Oh, say.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This
Get a nice clean game, huh?
So the Clippers win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The heart of the team at the 4 and the 5, Griffin and Jordan. Patrick Beverley out there with Rivers, and it's Decker in at the 3 spot.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
Aldridge is screened. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
The Spurs, a top 7 offensive team for the last 7 seasons. Their passing and perimeter shooting is what really sets them apart.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. San Antonio on defense. He got right to the cup using that screen.
DeAndre is a remarkable athlete who really can get up to the hoop so quickly. When he makes up his mind, he's going straight to the hoop. Just get out of the way.
Aldridge kicks to Parker. Here's Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Gasol's got his first points of the game. San Antonio on defense. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And in that one, it was all about shutting down the paint. They were just terrific in terms of their rim protection.
It was big-time shot blocking. They were energetic, intimidating, and that really affected the outcome.
Leonard with the steal.
And you know what? The double team there, that quick hitter threw him for a loop there and forced the turnover.
How many 7-footers do you know that can handle the ball like this? Aldridge all the way to the rack.
Kicks it to Jordan. Over Gasol, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Beverley for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's what they expect from Patrick Beverley. Knocking down the spot-up J.
Griffin with the steal. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. All going up court. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Kawhi Leonard, he's been a hand-in-glove fit with the Spurs coaching. Quiet, not an attention seeker, but he's all about winning.
And Parker, here we go. A second chance effort. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
They did a good job of controlling the tempo, playing at a speed that suits their offense.
You talk about Leonard's stoic all-business approach, reminiscent of his mentor, the great Tim Duncan, wouldn't you say, Steve?
Yeah, for sure. Tim didn't talk a lot at all, but he had great leadership skills. Kawhi Leonard is becoming more outspoken. If he sees something, he'll address it, and his words carry weight.
San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Teodosic is checked in for Austin Rivers. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. DeAndre Liggins checks in for Patrick Beverly. Smitty, you played a couple seasons in the Northwest where the Portland Trail Blazers are wildly successful and very, very popular. You hear rumblings about a return of the NBA to Seattle. Do you think it'll ever happen?
You know, Kevin, I hope so. There's a lot of places in the NBA, and we have some great cities. But I think Seattle, speaking for myself, was one of the favorites. They came out, they supported. Obviously, most fan bases support when they're winning. But even when Seattle was mediocre, that fan base was there. They enjoyed it. I love the Northwest. I hope it happens again. I hope NBA basketball returns to Seattle.
Both free throws good from Green. And Steve, Danny Green, an outstanding perimeter defender. He can lock down either wing spot so well.
Even has the quickness to stay with point guards, always in your jersey, and an outstanding shot blocker for a wing.
And that one's good, Teodosic.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
The drive by Green, the layup missed.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
Pass to Teodosic. Anderson with the block. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. Number 1, the Spurs.
It's the hallmark of a strong defensive team. When you can keep your opponents to such a low point total, it shows you are setting the pace.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 5. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Here's Teodosic. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami. Reed. Anderson with the block.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
No good from Gay.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
And the wide open shot from Decker. They get it back. The shot will not fall. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Gay. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Makes it off the glass. Decker's got his first points in this one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And he gets the bucket.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Clippers trail by 3. Here's Liggins. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. They set the screen. Read a screen. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, LaMarcus Aldridge has been on display for San Antonio. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's not my job.
Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
And he may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan has become a defensive beast. And the thing of it is, he's still learning, still getting better.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so many of their points come in the paint that they're running the offense all the way through.
You know their coach likes it. Working for high percentage looks and converting them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Laverne, Murray out there with Mills, and there's Anderson, and it's Bertans in at the 3 slot. Tony Parker's checked in for Patty Mills. The Clippers also making some changes. Jordan comes in for Reed, and it's Rivers in for Sam Decker. Parker with the steal. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
Liggins, no good. San Antonio leading by 5. Parker drives in. Here's Murray. Unable to get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Laverne. Aldridge comes in for Anderson. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Bertans. And then for Los Angeles, Griffin's checked in for Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%. And a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. And the call will be against Tony Parker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Decker's checked in. 6 to shoot. Jordan the pass to Beverly. Over Parker. And the Clippers miss again.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Griffin a screen on Parker. To the left side wing. Takes a 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You don't see that play regularly from them, but it led to a made 3, so you can't knock them for trying it.
Aldridge dishes to Gasol. Basket good. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Well, you look back at the Clippers and what hurdles they've had to jump through, and they've faced a lot of bad luck over the last couple years, especially with injuries.
You know, this team can't catch a break, and it always seems like it's when playoff time is around. Always, it seems like one of the key star players are missing in the postseason. It happens year after year. It stunts their title hopes.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
Let Aldridge get to the rim. You know you're in trouble.
1:12 left in the first half. The pass to Rivers. The dish to Griffin. Takes it from 10, and that's going to be a travel. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Los Angeles.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
To the middle. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
End of quarter, great time to squeeze out an extra possession.
And denied, he sends it right off the glass. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Beverly wide open. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Can't let DeAndre get loose near the rim. He's very good at tracking down those rebounds.
And finished off by Gasol.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Beverly kicks to Decker. Dishes it to Griffin. Over Aldridge. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Parker doesn't go for him. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Spurs lead by 4. And now let's catch up with All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LaMarcus Aldridge was the story in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the...
That's it for halftime, as the second half.
We welcome you back to San Antonio. Always so much to do along the... And offensively, the great teams pass up a good shot for a great shot. And San Antonio seems to be a nice example of that, if not this year, certainly in the past. Where do you draw the line, though, Steve, between great passing and then overpassing?
Well, I think then you start to look at teams who are saying these guys are not equipped mentally or physically or skill-wise to take that open shot. If you have an open shot, you got to be a little selfish, and obviously if it's a better shot, you move it on. But at times you got to take that good shot and believe that you can make it, or just make the right play. A lot of teams are not making the right play, and they're overpassing.
Setting the floor for the Clippers, Griffin and Jordan the front court. Patrick Beverley out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Decker in at the 3. The Spurs have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
It's interesting. Aldridge used to shoot more free throws. That's when he used to bang inside. Now he's shooting a lot from the outside, so that trend will likely continue.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Leonard the pass to Gasol. Parker dishes to Aldridge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Griffin. He's putting up about 21 points per, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
The Clippers with another early playoff exit last season. You still have to like the core of this team. Window might be closing, but they're always competitive.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The Clippers #1.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Here's Griffin. Jordan the screen. Here's Decker. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. And, Steve, tough to lose Chris Paul, but what do you like with this new roster in Los Angeles with the Clippers?
Well, Kevin, they did sign Danilo Gallinari. That gives them some size and shooting on the perimeter. They added depth in the backcourt without Chris Paul. They added Patrick Beverley and others. They'll look to do it by committee.
Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs.
That's a smart move to pull up for a 3 on the break. Defenses usually pack the paint and forget to guard the outside jump shot.
Ginobili outside. He dishes it to Aldridge. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 5. Down low. Tries to save it. Gasol with the steal. It's Ginobili with the drive. That one falls.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Teodosic. Jordan with a screen on Ginobili. Teodosic, the pass to Jordan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. They get Paul Gasol.
When DeAndre gets the rock close to the rim, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him. Just a big, long, and athletic center.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Bertans, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili.
Putting a little something extra on that one. DeAndre Jordan adding to his highlight reel.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Jordan. 3rd in blocks, 4th in field goal percentage, and he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Feeds it to Harrell. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Murray comes in for Patty Mills.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harrell, rebounded by the Spurs. 1:51 left to play here in the 3rd. Green kicks to Bertans, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's a great pass. Danny Green showing us he can do more than D it up and 3 it up.
Clippers trail by 10, and the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
Here's the break. Here's Bertans, and it's Reed pulling it down.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gets them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
Clippers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Beverly.
Very consistent from long distance. Beverly, a floor spacer offensively.
Passes it to Bertans. Gay outside. Now the feed to Laverne. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Reed. Here's Rivers. A rebound by the Spurs. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. In that one, it didn't happen.
You know, it's not rocket science. When you're cold from the perimeter, you got to pound it inside and at least draw some fouls.
That one is off. And the Spurs with Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge up front. A huge front court, long front court. Steve, is that something they can stick with when teams like the Warriors go small?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. That's a challenge for them. Aldridge has to cover the floor in those situations, and Gasol just doesn't have the lateral mobility at this point in his career.
And then Gay with the jam.
You know Rudy likes showing off. He's definitely got hops, a sensational dunker.
Here's Rivers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. A free throw drops for Rivers. Rivers hits both of them.
You know, Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in the 2012 draft, has turned into a nice combo guard, having the ability to play the 1 and the 2.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. There's a screen. Left side, Griffin off the mark. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey, guys, I told you, one bucket up.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Clippers trail by 8. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gay is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Los Angeles. Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
Aldridge kicks to Leonard, and stolen by Jordan. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Clippers trail by 9. Rivers with it. Gasol with the steal.
Just another example of losing concentration. His 4th turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Jordan the screen. Here's Teodosic. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
And it's Aldridge missing. LA has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Rivers can't get it to go.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Ball stolen. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Kicks to Griffin. And stolen by Aldridge. Stolen by Rivers. From 12 feet out. Bucket is good.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Back to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around. Here's Gasol. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. Here's Decker. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Rivers dishes to Griffin. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Great effort there. Aldridge sniffs out the shot, sends it back.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Picked by Griffin. It's Jordan on the wing. Here's Decker. And the Clippers miss again. Spurs leading by 15. To the paint. Stolen by Decker. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
It's Gasol with the drive. Then Gasol with the dunk.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Spurs.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Aldridge.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact. Whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help, he provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing, but still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Evans kicks to Liggins. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
And the Clippers are known as a high-wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Out to the wing. Mills passes to Laverne. The putback. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Beverly for 3. They grab their own miss.
Sometimes superstars, they want the basketball, and when they don't have it, they don't work. Blake, he worked on that possession to get the putback.
Pass to Laverne, and stolen by Jordan. Down low, and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
And this run may make the score look a little more acceptable, but still a loss.
They could never put it together when it mattered. Just let too many opportunities slip through their fingers.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
Virginus. No good. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. First.
Hold up, son. Word.
Ma just lugesin
ka, mida vanasemad Assassin's Creed'i pool on RPG-d.
Jah.
Uus Assassin's Creed on totaalne RPG.
Ja see on Syndicate'isse pidid oma save'id ära kustutama, et mängu nullist alustada. Sest sa lihtsalt ei saanud teha new game'i.
Sest sul ainult üks slot või?
Jah. Ega üheski teises, kui hakkan mõtlema, Assassin's Creed'is ei olnud niisugust võimalust, et teed new game'i.
What is this garbage game?
Ongi, sitt
mäng. Oli ka nii või? See on päris halb ju.
Enamus uutel mängudel ei olegi seda võimalust.
Martin, palun lõpeta.
Sa saad nagu mingil määral saad uuesti, et sul on alati kas new game või continue.
Sa ei pea kustutama, sa otsid selle dokumentsi kaustu üles, kus on Ubisofti save game'id, võtad sealt välja, kopid ära endale desktopile neid ajuti.
See on ikkagi nõme, ma peab tegema ekstra tööd.
Aga näiteks Assassin's Creed Originsiga on ka see teema, et sa ei saa vahetada save game'e, sest save game'id